These just in for the DJI MAVIC Mini drone. Their FstopLabs filter, 6-pack, ND4, ND8, ND16, and some PL filters in there. I'm going to show you guys today how to set these up, put them on your DJI MAVIC Mini, and set your camera up to get some really nice shots. Are you ready? Let's do this. It's got a little, sticky paper that goes over it. It has like a little nice magnetic closing that's pretty cool. I'm impressed already, and the filters are pretty easy to access the way they lay them in this bed opening right here. So pretty nice presentation, big check mark. And how do you know which filter to use? That primarily comes with experience. However, I will tell you, the brighter the day, the darker the filter you need to use, and the darker the filter would be, the bigger the number. So this is an ND8. If I wanted darker, I would go 16. If I wanted lighter glass or lighter filter, I would use a 4. You know, over experience and trial and error, you'll get good at judging what filter is good for what day. So I'm guessing you hook these little hooks that it has here on the back, on the little vents over here, and just clamp it forward. So let's see if we get a good hook at the back here. There we go. That's simple. How do you take it off? That's it. I mean, wow, that's pretty easy. Easy to snap on, easy to snap off. Wow, this is very encouraging. This is very encouraging and simple to do. Great that it snaps on and off easily, but does it do a good job? Well, let's find out. This drone still fascinates me how small it is. Taking off the DJI MAVIC Mini on top of a metal surface like your car is not advisable. Maybe a sunroof if you have it. Glass is better, but I don't have a sunroof, so here we go. Holy smoke. Holy crap. Do you hear that wind? Whoa. Holy smoke. This is the wind right now. Literally. That's the wind. Yeah, this is not even funny. Don't do what I'm about to do, but I really want to test these filters, so here we go. Okay, I'm going to film in 2.7 because I want the best results. I'm also going to fly in 30 FPS, not 24 frames a second, because I'm filming this video that you're watching now with the camera on 30. My GoPro is set to 30, so I will set this to 30. I do believe that 30 is nice, smooth footage for YouTube as well. Right? I will change my exposure to manual, and here we go. I have 100 ISO. I have 150th shutter. Right now I can go 160th on the shutter, right, because I'm going double my frame rate. If you don't understand the whole shutter and frame rate and frames per second and all that, click this video link here and watch this video. After you watch this video, then come back to this. Don't bother wasting your time watching this video if you don't understand shutter speed, if you don't understand shutter speed, frame rate, and all of the above. Just go watch this video first, will you? Do yourself a favor. You'll be on point, and when you come back here, everything will make sense. Now, we've got 1/60th shutter speed because we are filming in 30 FPS. However, the image is still bright. It's bright by 1.3 overexposed, right? So we would want a darker filter, actually. After this 8 ND comes the 16, so we might as well drop a 16 on there and do the compass calibration as we're here. And this is just some of the things you have to deal with when you're working with filters. I mean, you can drop the camera in auto and get a perfectly exposed shot, but then you don't know if you're going to get that cinematic motion blur, Hollywood kind of a look. Sometimes it's the little details and precision that really makes the difference, and that means you have to take that extra step and do that extra work, like getting your drone back, taking the filter off, which we're about to do, and putting it back on. And that's just the way professional work works sometimes. When you're changing filters, please power your drone off. You don't want to be touching your camera unless your drone is off, because you're going to be putting pressure on all of these 3 motors that are here. So the ND8, that one is off. Bam. That simple. I am so happy with the way these filters pop on and off. The ND16 worked. In manual settings, ISO, shutter speed, we're at perfectly exposed, 0.0. That's perfect exposure. Now, I'm not suggesting that you fly in these high winds. I just want to get this video done, and I have enough experience to know what I'm doing without crashing the drone. I'm not telling you to do this, but if you do, make sure you take off in sports mode, because you just might stand the chance of getting your drone back. Let's do this. Also, you'll notice I came out of the car. Why? Because I want to keep my eyes on the drone when I'm taking off, just in case the wind is too strong and it does something crazy or stupid, and I have to work this drone to get it back. Another hint is stay very low to the ground, because the higher you go up, the more chances you will get blown away. You can see that my filter went from 0.00 to 0.07. How do we brighten it up? We can just touch up on the ISO a little bit. As you can see, that brightens it up. ISO brightens up your image, but you don't want too much ISO because it gives you grain. I'm gonna go in cinematic mode, 0mm, perfectly exposed. Another tip while flying in heavy wind, you want to keep your eye on your signal, because you don't ever want to lose signal, because the drone will have a tendency to go up in the air, and then is when you might lose it. So you want to keep your signal strong at all times. As you can see, I'm 0.3, which is a little bright on the screen, but I don't mind that at all. Perfectly exposed. Look at the bottom right of my camera. It says 0.0. Oh my gosh. These filters are so worth it. Getting a little dark, as you can see, because the sun is going in and out of the clouds. So I went from minus 0.3. Minus is dark, by the way, and plus is too bright. Right, I'm getting tossed around with the wind. You see how I'm not doing anything on the sticks. Look, and look how the drone is getting tossed around with the wind, even at 6 feet in the air. All right, so I want to brighten this up a little bit. I'll go back to 200. Hopefully the sun stays in the clouds a little bit there. As you can see, when you turn in different directions, right, it sends the filter, or it sends the exposure bright, or it sends the exposure darker, depending on where you turn. What's happening right now in New York, so this is my way of paying respects. Do I like these filters? Yes, I really like these filters. I love the quality of glass. It's very clean, very easy to snap on, snap off, fast to use. It's very affordable and comes with a wide variety of dark glass and polarized glass. Love them. Highly recommend them, except this is my first day with them, and quality is something I can tell from the get-go. However, I cannot tell durability unless it's tested over time. In terms of how long it will last, we'll just have to wait and see. Although I have a very good feeling they will last pretty long. Now, to go over filter operations, as you can see when I was flying, as you change direction, meaning you yaw the drone around left or right, it's going to either face the sun or it's going to face away from the sun if this is the sun. And that will determine how bright and how dark your image gets. Now you can, if your image goes in the -mm, you can bump up the ISO a bit to brighten it up a little bit, but I would not generally go over 200 ISO. So I would hover between 100 and 200 ISO when it comes to brightening and darkening the image. Outside of that, the only alternative you have, unfortunately, is to face the direction in which you are properly exposed at 0.0 and film those shots first, and then come back, swap the filter out for either a darker filter or a lighter filter, and go back and film the images that, or the angles that weren't properly exposed, either because it was too bright or too dark. And that's basically all you can do. You can't just drop one filter on there and get everything all of the time, especially days like today where the sun is going in and out of the clouds, because when the sun goes in the clouds, the image automatically gets dark, and when the sun comes out of the clouds, either it's properly exposed or it gets too bright. So it's constant changing, it's constant adjusting. And basically that's why they say filters and manual camera settings are more along the pro lines. That means you're doing a lot more coming back to home, changing filters, going out, getting the shots you want, coming back, changing the filters, or adjusting your ISO, tweaking it a little bit with this kind of drone to get the shots that you're looking for perfectly. Remember guys, when all else fails, you can always hit auto and fly. If this seems like too much work or too much stress for you, the Mavic Mini will still yield a very good image. But when you want that niche, when you want to step up your game a little bit, when you want to get into the quality and precision and nitpick, then you've got to get yourself some filters and apply these methods that I'm sharing with you today. That's about it. You know, this is a great pack. It's very easy to open and close, to travel with, very thin. It has a nice assortment of filters that you will need as a beginner pro to be using your Mavic Mini for any kind of professional work. So I do like them, and I'll continue to use them and continue to give you guys feedback. If anything goes wrong, just stay tuned right here. Make sure you smash the like button so the YouTube knows you're an actual person who's watching and benefiting from these videos and not a bot. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed already for more videos on the DJI Mavic Mini, and soon to come more tutorials on the DJI Mavic Air 2 as soon as I get that in my hand. I'll catch you guys whenever I can. Big shout out to Autonomous Drone Services and MadMixTube.com for providing us with the equipment to make these videos possible. I'm still giving away 6 DJI Mavic 2 Pros or Zooms. Head over to my Patreon account, donate $1, become a patron, and automatically you're entered to win a chance to win one of 6 of those drones. Guys, let's make this happen. Come on, support me and help me support you.